So it shouldn't be difficult, right? But then you look at the question, you look back up, you look back down at the question, you look at the clock. If I realize it's 10 minutes to time, oh, then you start writing. Then they tell you stop work. Hi, I'm Portia. I'm a Ghanaian and I'm studying medicine at Gazi University in Ankara.
Hi Portia, nice to meet you.
Pleasure here too.
So Portia, when did you receive your interview email?
I received my interview email on the 5th of July 2021, that's last year.
And when was the interview?
The interview was exactly a week after, 12th July.
Where was it conducted? Which city?
It was conducted in Accra.
Were you in Accra?
Yes, I live in Accra, so it was much easier for me.
Do you remember the most difficult question you were asked?
The most difficult question was a question in biology about how urine was formed. I actually remember the diagram and I forgot the words. And I was totally confused at that instance.
Was it because you were nervous?
I think it was because, I don't know, I wasn't so nervous actually, but I think, how do I put it? I didn't even know what happened. I could see the image, but the words were not coming. I forgot the labeling and how to go with the flow. That was the issue.
Alright, so but you could explain some way, Abby?
Yes, I was able to give a bit of a summarized version, but not really the details, the in totals, yeah.
Alright, so apart from that question, was there any other question you think was tough?
No, I think that was the hardest question. That was a question I did not expect.
So what other questions were you asked? Were you asked about Turkey? Were you asked about your family?
They didn't really ask about my family, but then they asked me why I wanted to study in Turkey, why I wanted to study medicine, and after doing medicine, where would I live? Would I live in Turkey or go back to my country? And they also, and the biology question too. Those were the questions they asked me. I think I've forgotten one. No, I think that's all. Yes.
Okay, let me leave that. I wanted to ask if they knew biology because
I have no idea.
That question. Anyways.
I think it was about why you wanted to do medicine. Then they looked at my documents and they were like, are these, how do you refer these to their standard? How do you grade your WASI results? We write the WASI. And they asked like, how, this one, what do your grades mean? Then they evaluate whether it's in the same way as the Turkish system. Then from there, they asked me a question in biology. I think they asked you a question based on the field you want to study in, mostly. Yes.
So, in what language was the interview conducted?
It was in English.
Okay.
Thank God.
Any funny questions? Any funny moments during the interview? Do you remember any?
Not really. The place was too cold.
It was too cold.
I wasn't thinking straight for a while.
Did you ask the interviewer any question? At the end of the interview, they asked you if you want to know anything.
They asked me, but at that instance, I really didn't have any question. Maybe I should have asked.
Alright. So, did you write any tests before your interview?
Hey, God. Yes, I wrote a test. A math test.
How was
it? You see this general expression, it was hard. Wow. But it was just 20 questions in 30 minutes. So it shouldn't be difficult, right? But then you look at the question, you look back up, you look back down at the question, you look at the clock. If I realize it's 10 minutes to time, oh, then you start writing. Then they tell you stop work. And they also took my paper first too. People were writing at the back and they've taken my paper.
What kind of questions? What topics in math?
It was, it's more like, it looked more like a SAT paper, a math SAT paper, but you see, the section A of the SAT math paper, it's 20 questions in the same form without calculator. But these particular questions, they are like handpicked. They were a bit, you need to think, you need to apply reasoning to solve it. It's not, yes, it's not just a math question. It's a math question which applies your understanding of math. And it's not just like the SAT math, because it's a bit difficult as compared to the SAT math.
One last one.
Okay.
Do you have any advice for the new applicants?
I think before you go for the interview, breathe in, breathe out, relax. You get to the interview, you confidently speak out and speak slowly, because their English might not be so good. So you speak slowly, speak confidently, and be yourself at the interview. I think that's what's most important. Put yourself forward, because that's what an interview is about, and that's what they want. They want to know you. Who are you? So tell them who you are and why you have to come to Turkey. I think that's the best thing to.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I think I would ask one more again. In your opinion, was it your academics, your letter of intent, your interview, the math test, extracurricular activities? What do you think helped you winning this scholarship?
In my opinion, I think it was a combination, because it wasn't just the exam results, because I know other people who had the same thing but they didn't get, but it was also because of the interview and a combination of the exams, you trying to answer the questions given, not just leaving them blank, answer, and then also your confidence level at the interview, how the interviewers are able to see you, how well you express yourself. I think a combination of all that, it's what makes the interviewers remember your name and take your name and say that this one should be a candidate for the scholarship.
Thank you very much. It was good having you.
You're welcome. Yes, please, all the best in the interview and all the best in the scholarship processes, the interview, the exams. I wish you the best of luck. I know you can do it.
Thank you very much, Portia.
You're welcome.